Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your daily crypto news. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a wonderful day. As always, leaving a like, leaving a comment, or subscribing. All of these things help the channel out immensely. Welcome back to another News I Missed, where I go over news I missed. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Louisiana state legislator is considering a bill to facilitate crypto contributions to political campaigns. Sponsored by Republican Representative Mark Wright, the bill seeks to lay down a framework for making cryptocurrency donations to political parties and to political leaders. House Bill number 170 intends to allow a candidate to receive campaign contributions in the form of cryptocurrency by amending and reenacting existing laws. It wants the House to lay down the procedure for contributions, use, reporting. And why can this happens at the beginning of every single video. One of the first words that I say always ends up being messed up. I don't know what that is. Reporting and other related matters for accepting such donations. The proposed bill sets out by defining cryptocurrency. It reads that such an asset means a digital or virtual currency that is not issued by any central authority, is designed to function as a medium of exchange, and uses encryption technology to regulate the generation of units of currency, to verify fund transfers, and to prevent counterfeiting. While the bill wants to allow candidates, office bearers, and political committees to accept cryptocurrency contributions, it will require their conversion into fiat for expenditure, which is also something that we've seen a lot of other times before. Even the other states who were trying to allow cryptocurrencies as a form of payment for things inside of stores, or things through merchandise, or things through being able to pay for taxes. One of the main takeaways is that it always has to be immediately switched back into the US dollar, as the US dollar is the legal tender of the United States. So I guess it kind of does make a lot of sense. So we have Louisiana now joining the massive foray of other states who are trying to enter the cryptocurrency space in their own way. I do find the timing of it to be a little interesting, that just this year alone, for some reason, after we got news that there were going to be hundreds of banks across the United States who were going to be entering the cryptocurrency space, now all the individual states, I mean, it's been about 6 or 7 of them, but the speed at which they've been in the news tells me that behind the scenes, at least in my eyes, something is happening that we simply may never know about. But I think some discussions are going on, because there's been way too much, hey, let them pay for crypto, or like pay for something in crypto, let them pay with crypto, let them pay for taxes in crypto. Now let political donations also be in cryptocurrencies as well. It could also just be discussions behind the scenes of people seeing the popularity of cryptocurrencies. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people are also into crypto themselves, but maybe it's also the value of the US dollar. Maybe they also secretly don't have much faith in it either. Anyway, that's the Louisiana news. I think we had and I'm gonna mess them up. I think it was Colorado, Washington, Arizona. I think there was also a bill in Texas. Is also Florida has, the Bitcoin mayor, and there was one other place that also recently came out like in support of cryptocurrency payments in some sort of fashion. Very fascinating. That's the Louisiana bill for cryptocurrency political donations news. And yeah, let's move on. Also, this is actually quite interesting. Ankara University has become the first higher education institution in Turkey to organize a course on NFTs. The freshly launched lecture has been attended by high-ranking government officials, local media reported. Ankara University has added a course on NFTs to its curriculum, becoming the first Turkish university to teach crypto-related subjects. According to a research by the Hurriyet Daily, senior officials from the presidential administration and the culture ministry have been present at the first class on NFTs. They said, "We are happy to teach about NFTs, but our students are happier than us." This was said by the rector of the university. said in an opening speech for the event, the introduction to NFT course is taught by Bugra Ayan, Deputy Minister of Culture and Tourism and the head of the Turkish presidency's Digital Transformation Office. These titles were among the guests at the lecture. During the accompanying ceremony, they stated, "We believe that NFTs will trigger artistic creativity, skills, and talents among youth. The step that Ankara University has taken by means of expanding awareness of NFTs is very important." This I thought was quite interesting because even a couple of years, if you remember, there were a number of universities all around the world who began to have cryptocurrency and or blockchain lectures or classes in their schools. And in the very beginning, a lot of people, I mean, this was 2012, 13, 14, a long time ago. People thought they were also quite silly. They were like, well, cryptocurrencies won't be around for a very long time. What's the point of these classes? And then they had a number of, I forgot which university it was. It was somewhere in the States. One of the Ivy Leagues had a cryptocurrency. They probably still have it. A cryptocurrency blockchain like coding class so that you could learn how to make your own coins and do all these other things. So I find it very, I use the word fascinating. Whenever we get actual news that institutions and universities are also like kind of into this space as well, or that they're even thinking of offering courses like this. I wonder exactly what the course is even teaching. Like, what do you, maybe it's like some type of like a digital art history kind of course. It doesn't say anywhere exactly what's being taught. It's just more so, I think the most popular part of the news was that people from the government sat in during the lecture. That was my main takeaway from it because that was kind of all over the place. High-ranking government officials were sitting in this class during the lesson. This was also very popular news. It was kind of all over the place as well. So cool. Good for them. I think education's wonderful. This is why I always say, do your own research. So just, you know, do your own research. Good for them. I hope people like the course. Is anyone in this university here? Anybody taking this course? Because I would really love to know exactly what these people are learning. All right. Let's move on. Also in the news, Immutable X, and I know somebody's ears just perked up, a layer 2 NFT trading platform built on Ethereum, has announced the closing of a $200 million Series C funding round on Monday, led by Singaporean investment company Temasek. The round brings Immutable's valuation up to $2.5 billion. 5 other new investors also partook in the round. There's a lot of names I'm not reading. It's like 15 names there. According to a press release, the capital will help fund the organization's global expansion while investing in the growth of its platform. Some of the companies already building on the platform include GameStop, TikTok, really? On top of Immutable X? Okay. GameStop, TikTok, OpenSea, Gary V's VFriends, and also for those of you who had your ears perk up, VV, the NFT app I told you about before. They are directly on top of Immutable X. That's why I was like, that's a huge valuation for that. Furthermore, the money will also help scale Immutable's gaming studio, which already includes blockchain games like Gods Unchained and Guild of Guardians. Immutable's current team consists of 165 different people. That's okay. I mean, not the most exciting news. It is just a funding round news. But there's so much money floating around in the background. If you remember a couple of days ago, we had news from or about Andreessen Horowitz, and I think throwing like $500 million behind a lot of these cryptocurrency projects and stuff like that. I wonder what these people have planned. Like, what is a global expansion for a layer 2 Ethereum scaling solution? Like, what exactly are they trying to do? I mean, of course, be used by people, but that's kind of the fact that GameStop isn't as large as TikTok. I got that part. But the fact that these people are building on top of it so rapidly. This reminds me of years ago when I was talking about all the corporation coins, basically like these coins that kind of in layers that kind of came out of nowhere that all these companies were building on top of quite rapidly. And I think this is maybe one of them. I don't know the origin story of Immutable X, but I would assume there's a lot of institutional money behind it if you can get TikTok and anything else on top of it that quickly. Alrighty. That's the Immutable X is now apparently worth $2.5 billion as a company. So, feels like they're going places. Alrighty. Let's move on. Also in news, this one was really kind of confusing to me. It says the Sam Bankman-Fried-led cryptocurrency exchange has received licensing from the Cyprus financial market regulator called CySec to help launch FTX in Europe. The idea of the new venture is to enhance the company's presence in the old continent, and in the Middle East. I haven't heard... It's been at least 75 years since I've heard anyone say the old continent. They mean Europe, by the way, for those of you who didn't get that. That's like a very I've heard my grandparents say the old continent. The press release shared earlier on the 7th of March reads that FTX Europe will now offer the exchange's leading products and services to European clients via a licensed investment firm with passportable licenses across the European Economic Area. Customers from the aforementioned areas will be able to open accounts and trade all available FTX product offerings. The European branch will have two headquarters, one in Switzerland and the other one in Cyprus, taxes, and will devote significant resources toward developing a strong working relationship with the appropriate regulatory authorities. So this was also, I only have one tab here. This was also relatively popular, if you will. Everywhere that I read this, it made it seem, now correct me if I am incorrect, it made it seem like FTX was a major cryptocurrency exchange who was finally launching in Europe and the Middle East, like it says up here. Cool, got it. But the takeaway that I got from it is that this is an American cryptocurrency exchange who's now trying to move to the old continent and also to the Middle East. I'm not sure why this was major news. I think, are you using, and I mean this honestly, is anyone out there using FTX? Is that a very well-known crypto exchange? In my mind, there's like 6 crypto exchanges that are like really actively used by people. It's Coinbase, Binance, Gemini, Kraken. You have OKEX, and there's one other one. It's escaping me, but it's definitely not FTX. So I had assumed that this was simply a cryptocurrency exchange that I had never heard of. I remember reading the letters FTX before, but not in this context. Anyway, so apparently if you are an FTX user, get ready because you can now go to Europe and the Middle East and use this. I don't get why this was very popular. Like, it was actually, spoken about as if this was this amazing thing, but I feel like I'm missing part of the puzzle, or at least like 95 pieces of the puzzle, and I can't make out what the image is. All right, that was weird. That's the FTX is launching in Europe and the Middle East. Good for them. All righty. I don't know. Let's move on. Also in news I missed, El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, announced via Twitter the installation of a new Chivo Bitcoin ATM on the Bitcoin beach, where users will no longer be charged fees when withdrawing cash from their Chivo wallet and will only be charged the Bitcoin network fee when withdrawing money from any Bitcoin wallet. So as far as I understand it, I think El Salvador has their own Bitcoin wallet that they've been able to use since Bitcoin became legal currency within the country. But I remember around November, December, we had like some news that apparently some people weren't too happy with it, allegedly, that it wasn't working, transactions weren't going through, or something like that. So now there's a new Bitcoin ATM that will allow people to withdraw without having fees from their new Chivo wallets. And why was there a fee in the first place? I'm not really sure. If the idea, here's my idea. If the idea is to make Bitcoin legal tender in the country and you have an app, wouldn't you make sure that the app makes it so as easy as possible for Bitcoin to be used without any actual fees? Like, you can have Lightning Network fees, which is just 1 Satoshi. But I feel like if there's any fees on top of the app that you're telling everybody else that they have to use within the country, that's just the government trying to get richer on the backs of the people. Get what I'm saying? The installation of this new wallet was promoted by several requests from residents of Bitcoin Beach. Bitcoin Beach is a popular vacation destination in El Salvador's small town of El Zonte, and many shops in the region accepted Bitcoin some years before it became Bitcoin Beach. And then it just talks about them, Bitcoin becoming legal tender. I guess it's maybe. It says El Salvador has initiated a push to promote Bitcoin usage with the installation of hundreds of Chivo Bitcoin ATMs throughout the country. As part of the program, Chivo installed 50 commission-free Chivo ATMs in 10 sites around the United States, making money transfers to family and friends more affordable and convenient. Once again, why aren't people just using Bitcoin to make the transfers? Like, I know behind the scenes, like, Bitcoin is the currency being used. What's the point of installing, especially a commission-free Chivo ATM, which means you yourself would have to leave your house and drive somewhere to find one of these to be able to send money to a friend or family member in El Salvador, as opposed to sitting on your couch and taking out your phone and sending Bitcoin that way. Doesn't that seem completely counterproductive? Does anyone understand what I'm saying? Nobody? Somebody has to be shaking their head yes. A lot of this seems really weird. Why is there an app in general? I mean, okay, I get the introduction of an app to make it, ease of use, because people may not want to find their own app, or maybe there's like 15 different apps. So you got to make it so that they have one easy way to do it. Why were there fees on it? The Bitcoin network already has additional fees. If it has fees on the actual app, it just makes it seem like Western Union or MoneyGram, where they're charging you like 10, 15% on trying to send your money around the world. Why would I need to find an ATM to be able to send? What was the other thing? There was something similar to this. This months ago. Some other company was trying to make something that if you wanted to send Bitcoin, you had to send it to them. They had to custody it for a day, and then they could send it out to your friends and family members because it was more regulatorily compliant if you held it through a third party. And it's like, I can just send Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies legally right now to a friend immediately through my phone or through my computer without anyone having to. Doesn't it seem weird? Anyway, this was also one of the most popular news stories. I don't get it. I understand the getting a new Bitcoin wallet if the other one wasn't working as well or if people were complaining about it. But sure. Something's weird there. Alrighty. Anyway, that's the El Salvador has a new Bitcoin ATM on Bitcoin Beach, and also their wallets now let them move money fee-free, for free. Okay, let's move on. I know I forgot to hit it again. I could feel it. I knew it. Yeah, I do. Is it going to load? Oh, there we go. I do hope you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.